He is doing some long distance mining. The good thing is he is not all mined out at his main quite yet. He did a decent transfer to that natural. We see more pressure coming in for QXC. As HuK's army is away, he's going to focus down these stalkers before they can even get in. Focusing down that zealot as well. HuK having to pull back once again to defend against these small units. Again, just these 6 units for QXC doing so much damage, taking down stalkers and zealots as they warp in. Focusing down probes now, one-shotting these probes, taking down 4, 5, 6 probes here. And QXC taking this opportunity to establish this planetary fortress, going to get his economy up and running, does not have these rocks down yet, so he's going to have to be careful as HuK can push out with the Colossi down here. If we look at the army tab, relatively even, 2,900 to 2,500. HuK working to get this third base up and running. He does have this natural up now. We see the transfer for QXD coming across here. If we look at the production tab, it looks like we do have a few Vikings coming out and a second reactor finishing on the second starport. So Vikings coming out as a response to those Colossi. We may have a stim here as he goes in to try to pick off these Colossus. Very powerful. If these Colossus do not have gateway support, he's able to take down all the shields in about half the life of both these Colossi, but those force fields kept him back, and now these zealots are going to be able to finish off some of these units here. So HuK is going to finish his third. We do see a drop in the back, but it was cleaned up nicely by HuK. So these Colossus, about a third of the life on the one, about 2/3 on the other. And HuK just pushing out probes now. He's got to get that economy up and running again. He's falling way behind, 1,800 to 1,200. QXC now producing off of, looks like 7 barracks. Going to push forward with a lot of Vikings. These Vikings are going to do great damage against these Colossi. Going to come in, focus down these sentries, it looks like. And now this Colossus on the left side going to go down to these Vikings. Looks like they were able to take down that southern Colossus as well. Now just going to retreat back to the reinforcements here. HuK cannot push forward with a small group without those Colossi. Looks like we have a stim coming out. Going to try to focus down these units at the front line, focusing down those sentries so they cannot Guardian Shield. Guardian Shield doing so much to prevent damage from those Marines and Marauders. You want to take down those sentries as soon as possible. Looks like he did get all the shields of that Immortal as well, but was not able to take it down. See a Marine here with 4 life, just guarding, making sure the HuK does not take a 4th over here. See HuK getting up at Twilight Council, so maybe going for some legs on those Zealots. Very good with the force fields and the Colossi. See more Colossi coming out. He does just have the 2 robotics facilities right now, working off 5 gates. Just not a lot of production structures right now for HuK. If you look at the resources of both players, they're doing a great job keeping their resources low. So HuK making me eat my words. He is using those production structures. He is using all of his income right now, just having to replace all those probes and the Nexus. We see another stim moving in here. A great EMP. So it looks like QXC has added Ghost to the mix. EMP not doing any damage though, so if HuK does pull back, he can regen all the shields on these units. So wasting a little bit of energy there, or at least warding away those units with those EMPs. HuK's units do gain shields very quickly once they're out of combat for 10 seconds. So you see the Stalker regenning nicely here. Looks like we have a group for QXC moving to this watchtower. Now moving down and taking this gold expansion as well. He just does want to get eyes on HuK's army right now. He does not want to move into any place where he does not have a decided advantage. QXC's got to feel a little bit of a head right now, as he was able to take down multiple expansions. HuK getting up a few pylons here surrounding his 4th Nexus, going up at this gold expansion. If we look at the income tab, once QXC gets some mules on this gold, should be skyrocketing up close to 1,800 right now compared to the 1,500 of HuK. QXC going to move out here? No, he is not. Looks like he has a dropship, an octo drop prepared here. As he is moving in with these Vikings, he's going to try to get a flank on these Colossus. Going to be able to focus down this one Colossus. Not much damage being done. Going to pound through these Immortal Shields right now. Going to try to take down that last Colossus with the Vikings. Stalkers do not know who to go after, as they have to go after not only those Vikings, but the units at the front here. going through these Immortals so fast with those Marines. We see another Colossus coming in, but it looks like HuK's going to have to pull back. We had the Octo drop in the third of HuK here, pounding through more and more probes. So HuK losing so many probes here to the drops of QXE. Marines attacking so quickly, losing all of his probes. HuK should have pulled back there. We do have the Colossus coming in here. He should be able to clean up these Marines nicely. 2 of them here should do the trick, and QXE going to escape with 2 Marines here. QXE pushing the front door as well, going to stim up and retreat. He does not have the numbers right now. Another Ghost in this mix, so we may see a good EMP here as QXE tries to push out. See a number of sensor towers going to be able to track the movement of HuK's army here. Vastly underused those sensor towers are. Now preparing a 5th command center. So if we look at the income, wow, 2,500 to 1,400. So taking down all those probes really matters here, as HuK's pushing probes out of all 4 of his Nexus right now, getting up a Twilight Archives. Might be too little too late though. He's going to have to research Storm as well as the Amulet, as these Colossus are just no match against the rising Viking count of QXE here. If you look at the unit counting station, we do see that there are now 7 Vikings on the field. 33 Marines, 2 Ghosts, 14 Marauders, just the 3 Colossi right now. These Vikings trying to get a flank on these Colossi, taking down half the shields of 1. A few Zealots got out of the way there. They were at the front, charging in. A stim going off for QXE. These Vikings are taking down these Colossi rapidly. We did see an EMP lowering the shields of all those Colossi. Now QXE is going to have to pull back. Look at all these Vikings, now up to 11 Vikings. We did see a drop in the back right here. Going to try to pick off a few pylons here. HuK's way below supply right now, 97 to 176, taking down those Stalkers as they warp in. Could be picking off a Colossus here. Yes, a Colossus does go down, doing so much damage in the main here of HuK, taking down, hopefully unpowering 3 warp gates and the robotics bay and a facility here. 4 warp gates now being unpowered. Going to try to take down these Stalkers. Stalkers have to move up this ramp. They're not able to attack right now at the bottom of this ramp. This drop doing huge damage here, unpowering all these buildings, really going to cut into the production of HuK right now. He just has this 1 robotics facility and the 1 warp gate producing. Both are on cooldown. So we see these units being healed up, and now a push into the HuK's gold here. If you look at the army tab, 3,500 for QXE. His army is spread all over the place. HuK is now suiciding probes into this army, trying to fend it off the last minute. He just does not have any warp gates powered right now. Finally coming up, he's going to get those on cooldown, at least he should. He does not yet have the amulet, so he did get the lightning research, but he would not be able to warp in High Templar and take down these units. So wow, action-packed game from QXE, about to establish his 5th. Just some crazy pressure, multiple points of attack, and HuK has got to be thinking back to that IEM game at Scrap Station. QXE is just so tough of an opponent. He really keeps you back defensive the entire game, hitting with these small groups, able to take down probes. How many probes did HuK lose there? Probably 20 or 30 by the end. 25,000 total lost resources by HuK here. And QXE was just in command, playing this game expertly the entire time, able to take game 1 of this matchup. Go ahead and cast game 2 for you, just coming up in a second. It will be HuK's map choice, so he may pick a map where the drops won't be as effective, hopefully able to even up the series and force a game 3 between these 2 great players. So thanks for watching this one. If you want to check out more MLG Dallas action all weekend long, check out my channel, Matron StarCraft at YouTube. Go ahead and leave some comments. Let me know how the casts were, how the players did, whether you thought they could have done anything differently. I think HuK had his hands full in this first game. Go ahead and bring you the second game now. Thanks for watching.